So a lot of people come to me and they're embarrassed by the fact that they have tax debt, and they're ashamed. They don't want to tell their family, their loved ones. And the truth of the matter is over 10 million people owe money to the IRS. If you add up the states, it's probably more. So there's nothing to be embarrassed about. There's nothing to be ashamed about. It's a problem that can happen to anyone. There's a variety of reasons. You just want to be proactive and get it fixed, and you'll feel much better. But definitely don't be embarrassed, be proactive. This way you can get your life back. The IRS is actually the biggest collection agency in the world. So, what the IRS does, it's called the Internal Revenue Service. Its very specific job is to collect revenue from taxpayers and businesses. So that's literally their mandate from the government. So they have powers that other businesses, other collection agencies don't. It's much easier for the IRS to levy your account, to garnish your wages, than a private debt collector or some sort of private debt. So you need to really be proactive with the tax debt, and remember that it's at a different standing than most other debt you can have. One of the biggest issues people have with their back tax debt is that they focus on paying down the back taxes, not their current taxes. They're like, hey, I just got this money, I'm gonna try to pay my older tax debt. But when you get paid money, you need to save money for your current taxes. And this is just a big mistake people make all the time. So you need to pay, we're in 2024, you should have 3/4 of taxes paid, okay? And the next quarter is January 15th. So pay your current taxes before you pay your back taxes. One of the biggest mistakes that people make when they handle their tax issues themselves is they don't include current taxes as an expense. So if you're making $10,000 a month, you need to allocate $2,500 for taxes, even if you're not paying it. That's an allowable expense. So that's why many times they go to the IRS and the IRS is like, hey, you can pay more than you think you can, because if you don't include that on your Form 433A, the IRS won't do it for you. IRS tax debt can expire. So normally, an IRS tax debt expires 10 years from when you file or when the tax debt gets assessed. Things that can extend the statute are filing for bankruptcy, filing an offer in compromise, or submitting a CDP hearing request. So it's really important, if you have older tax debt, see that when that CSET is expiring, make sure it's correct, and that should determine your plan of action for your IRS issues. Most people that owe the IRS money have significant anxiety over it. And what I find is that just by getting a plan to resolve it can be a significant stress release, okay? It can make people feel much better. So, within the first few weeks of signing up, we tell people what they're doing, we get a hold on their account, and we start the process. People feel much better because they know that, hey, now we have a plan moving forward. So I'm Jonathan Donenfeld. I'm the founder of JLD Tax Resolution Group. I'm a CPA and certified tax resolution specialist. I actually started my own firm in 2015. I started out, focusing on helping individuals and small businesses with their taxes, traditional tax work like tax returns and accounting. And what I found is a lot of small businesses had tax issues. They owed money, they were getting letters from the IRS, and they just felt lost. And they were looking for a way to resolve these problems. So I pivoted to focus exclusively on tax resolution and helping these business owners, helping small businesses resolve their outstanding tax issues. It's been extremely rewarding. We've helped people save tens of millions of dollars. We've gotten hundreds of levies released. We've done, hundreds of audit representations, saving people money. So I know how aggressive and how difficult the IRS can be to deal with. And it's very hard if you don't know the rules, if you don't have the time. So it's really rewarding when we're able to help our clients be successful. Why so many immigrants have tax issues? So there's a lot of amazing immigrants that come to our country, hardworking, start businesses, and our tax laws are really complicated. So it's very confusing for people that have been here, and especially if you just come here, you may not be aware of all the filing requirements. You may get bad advice. You're not sure about issuing W-2s versus 1099s or making estimated payments. But again, There are solutions, okay? It's really important that you get your tax situation in order. If you want to get your citizenship, you need to be in a payment plan, CNC, or submitted an offer in compromise. So we do that a lot for people. They've come here, they've had some tax issues, and we help them get on that path to citizenship by getting their tax issues corrected.